Hey folks, what's up? It's Joey here. Thanks for tuning in. I didn't get in a recap yesterday, so we're going to recap yesterday, which was January 10th, and then today, January 11th, 2022 here. And, I'm just fed up with my performance today. I lacked serious discipline, and there was, part of boredom. There was not a lot in the market that was moving, and the things that were, I was chasing. So we're going to break down how today went. Obviously not good. Right now, just at the moment, haven't closed out completely, but at the moment, down 1,322. So that is a rough day for me. And yesterday I closed out at 400 down in the red. So 2 red days. So I've kind of wiped out a lot of my progress from last week. Last week was decent. I was making progress, but it just wasn't enough. So I thought with every green day I was getting right back in the right direction. But with these red days, I just keep kind of butchering myself. So it's really tough to swallow. But I'll show you what happened. Show you the performance. Let's go ahead and look at that real quick. Let's recap yesterday really quickly here. I had 12 trades yesterday. Few trades here on BBLG. Didn't do well with that at all. And I was down 500 on my fifth trade. Well, about 451 on the fourth trade. Switched over to Pixie, and that didn't work out for me. Another loss there. Switched over to PSTI, so I nailed a really good trade on that one. $200 winner. But everything else after that was just a small chip. And I thought I was going in the right direction, and I was, but it wasn't significant enough, really. And I made a stupid trade. I saw the market going down, so I wanted to trade SQQQ, which is the inverse of the market, 3 times levered. So I'll get into that in a moment. But basically, it's the market, and it's shorting the market. So you can actually go long on this when the market's going down if you're, of course, trying to go green on it. So anyways, end of the day there, $479. And today, here's the progress for today. This is, gross here, 5 green trades that were all small, and 8 red trades, and all the red trades were pretty significant. So that really does not put me in a good place today. And a lot of it had to do with, didn't start off really that well. Down $361 right to begin with. So NTRB, let's look at this one real quick. This one just was frustrating. Look at this. We have the market open. And what happened here was, there was not a lot of volume. There was not a lot of buyers stepping into this. And what we see right here is when the market opened, it rushed open into a halt. But there was no volume. Look at this. No volume in there. And it opens back up. Now, I wasn't even trading it at that time. And it explodes up. But still not a lot of volume behind it. It goes right into a halt. So my thought was, okay, this is looking better. Problem there was just wasn't really much volume at all. I think at this point, I can't recall exactly, but I think it was under 1 million shares floated, which is not a lot at all for something that's ripping this hard. And so my thought was, as it opens up, I'll wait for a pull down, and then I'm gonna grab into it, hoping that the next, we get another leg up and it starts shooting higher, volume creeps in. And it just wasn't the case. So it was a lot. This was the case of just more of a kind of the pump and dump action, rushing real high, and then everyone, a lot of people see it, and the, dummies like me jump into it, and thinking we'd have a, another leg higher. We just didn't get it, and of course I sit on it, waiting for the correction to happen. Doesn't happen. Now I'm fighting it. I'm going against it, and everything's going wrong on it. I add into it to try to help relieve pressure. if we can get a pop to the right side. And that was a stupid move, and it just keeps, you know, selling off completely. So this was a rough trade. Let me know if you got into this one. Once again, I think the problem here was there was just not enough volume to really prove itself of anything. Even when you get these crazy moves to the upside, you've got to have volume stepping in. You got to have buyers stepping in. It's got to prove itself, and it's got to continue on. You know, pullback is totally healthy, but you've got to see the continuation of buyers, and I didn't do that, and I didn't sell off this position. So that got me in a real bad position right from the get-go, and I was down 361 bucks from the start. So horrible. So that doesn't, you know, right there, just you know, the emotions on that is it's rough. I mean, when your first trade's a loser, and it's, you know, a significant loser, then it kind of beats you up emotionally. And we shouldn't be emotional as traders, but it's just nature of the beach. We're human beings. So then I stepped, what was it, VORB? Let me see. Next one, yeah, I had a small little winner on NES. Not much there though. And then I switched over to VORB. Took another $267 loser here, so that was a tough one too. And it was a matter of chasing us. Kind of the same setup of it rushing up kind of out of nowhere, and volume stepping in, but just not enough. It hadn't proven itself. Ideally, I think I need to see these things move, wait for the pullback, and just to see if they can continue higher. I was anticipating it would, so I jumped in early and jumped in around, I think it was around 1050 here. And, you know, we get the flush. And I went in share size too heavy. That was another thing that kind of, you know, put me in a worse direction is, you know, share size too big. And so we get the sell off, and I realized, you know what, I can't hold it, and had to dump it. And thank God I did, because I had another big dump off here. And that was just kind of the theme today. I kept chasing stuff. Nothing was really good today, and it was a matter of like trying to get some opportunity to trade something, but nothing was following through, and I kept chasing it, and it was just a really bad cycle. And, you know, I could have easily walked away, $600 for the loss for the day, and I continued. So no discipline. Like, where's my discipline? I need to have, you know, I had in the past written out max loss, and more recently, you know, kind of keeping in my head, well, I'm not gonna, you know, keep trading in my mind if I go behind, if, you know, go past 500 bucks. But, you know, if it's not written down and you're staying extremely diligent about it, then you might have a problem. Now those who have extreme discipline might not have to write it down. But, you know, it's tough when you don't stick to that discipline, because emotion will step in hardcore, and that's definitely what happened today. And so I'll give you the last one here. I stepped back into PIK, which was just another failed attempt at something here. And what I thought was, you know, moving, I mean, it just wasn't kind of confirmed, and it chopped around a bunch. And every opportunity on PIK that I tried to hop into here, I just was on the wrong side of the trade. So in here, I told myself, okay, we're rushing up, but let it prove itself. And in that scenario, you know, sometimes you can be too late to the game as well. So it's a difficult thing, but waited for the pullback, and then I said, no, it looks like a little extended, keeps pushing up. And then I thought to myself at this point, I'm just like, damn, this thing is running. I need to hop in for a quick scalp trade to, you know, if I want to partake in this. And that's what I did. And, you know, it was right around in this area, and then we start getting this slow chop sell off. And, you know, I dump it again, because I'm not going to sit here and hold it and wait for a huge dump to the downside. Just not going to do it at this point. And so, you know, and then I see it correct and go for another rush up, and it breaks past the previous high of 658. So I wanted to try to get a piece of it again, and once again, a wrong spot. It did the same thing again and sold off. And then we get this continuation run, which I was so just beaten up. So that's kind of how my day went, and it was tough. And I can get past these days as long as I practice a little bit better discipline. I mean, to be honest, I just was chasing. I couldn't just walk away. I wanted to redeem myself after every red trade, and that's not good. And here's my opinion today on the market. It was just not a good day. There was a lot of chop, and there wasn't a lot of good stuff to trade as a day trader. There were certain things popping up like PIK, but if you didn't time it correctly or play it correctly, you could have easily gotten burned on it like I did. So that's where I'm ending my day, guys. Let me know how you traded today. Are you guys struggling? Are you doing awesome right now? I'd love to hear from you guys. Did you trade some of these stocks? Did you trade PIK? Did you get caught in some of these areas? Love to hear from you guys. But that's it for me today. Yeah, and stay tuned because I'll update you tomorrow. Let you know how the recap goes. I might have to back off a little bit and ideally bring my share size down. But then again, it's I just need to. I think another thing too for me is the days that things are slow. I can't be forcing it. I just need to accept it for what it is. The market doesn't owe me a damn thing. It doesn't owe me any money, and market doesn't care what I think or how I'm doing. So, it makes more sense for me to try to gain that discipline of when things are slow and the conditions are not ideal for trading and not seeing things follow through, walk away. Because chances are there's going to be some awesome days in the future at some point. And if you're in the market every day, those are the days to hit the pedal to the metal and really put on the profits and, really go hard on your trading. And for me, the problem is I feel like I'm forcing it and going hard when things aren't good condition. So I'm sure a lot of you feel the same way or have been through the same thing. But that's it for today. And you know what? We'll see you tomorrow. So take care.